Welcome everybody out to the late night Facecheck. My name is Valkamer. We are here to start season 13 of NGS, and our special guest today, none other than headcaster the Krushinator. Krush,
Hey,
thanks for
hey,
being here today.
doing great. Glad to be here with you, Valkamer.
I'm glad to have you. Oh, that's true. I don't know that I said my name, but it's on the screen. Folks will get it. Uh, Well, Crush, as we're going into season 13, I reached out to you and a few of the other volunteers. You're our inaugural episode this season, but tell me a quick history of how you got involved in NGS and how you very quickly ascended to become the head caster.
Well, I'd been listening to podcasts about Heroes of the Storm playing for years, very, involved with the game. I first heard about NGS early 2020 when a lot of us were looking for new hobbies, as your lifestyle may have changed at the time. I had a lot more time on my hands, had a lot more time, I had to find something to do indoors. So I thought, I've been enjoying Heroes of the Storm. I've been enjoying the esports and whatnot. I wonder what, there is for competing. And, you reached out to me, let me know there was a league. Nexus Gaming Series was an organization that, it was basically just custom lobbies with other teams, and it was great. So
Was it
we
really?
got in there.
Was it me through ITN then?
Yeah, you were the
Oh,
person who let me know that this league existed. I had no idea that it was a thing before you reached out.
well, in that case, good fortune and loud mouths work out for us from time to time.
So yeah, I started playing there in I believe it was season 9, and about halfway through season 9, I noticed that people were always, there were casters, they were asking for casters, and I thought, I can give that a shot. I'd been streaming for a couple years on and off, so I had a pretty familiar set of skills when it came to broadcasting. And a season and a half later, I found myself as head caster. The opportunity presented itself, and I jumped on it.
Now, I will say if you ever get to repeat that part, I want you to instead say that you have a very specific set of skills.
That's true. I missed the line,
But
eh?
it was great either way. Well, I know I for one, whether it's affiliations through NGS or CCS, my team and one of the teams that you've played on in the past, I feel like we're lucky to have you, and so I'm I'm excited for that. As you're going into season 13, anything that's really stand out to you, or that's maybe particularly exciting?
Well, I joined up a team with some pals. We're baby on board. Going to be playing up in the Nexus division, which is frightening
It's
to
gonna be
say the least.
intense.
It's going to be intense, but I'm viewing it kind of like I do with my pool league. I improve the most when I'm playing against people who are far better than I am. So, playing against people, your own skills is great and you get to explore the space a little. But just getting in there and seeing the gap between you and the next level really helps me identify ways to improve faster. So I'm hoping that I have that opportunity to do that. And I'm also on a team with a bunch of people I just enjoy being around.
Very
So
nice.
I feel like that's gonna be really nice.
Nice. No, I the growth can be painful, right? We talk
Hmm.
about the term growing pains, particularly as we're going through different sports, and while Heroes of the Storm is going to be more psychological, you're learning
Yeah.
that role that you're playing, not necessarily that you're rushing somebody down on a soccer field, for example, but it's definitely that room for growth, and I wish both you and Baby on Board all the success and all the fun in the world this season.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I did see there's an update on the caster bylaws. Myself being a caster, which means I will now stop breaking that rule that I had forgotten about when I talk about CCS events in NGS. So congratulations there. What other than your caster series, which we're going to get to here in just a second, what would you say is kind of the big thing that you want everybody to know as far as getting into broadcasting with NGS?
I mean, the main thing that I have to say about getting into, being a caster with NGS, co-casting, whatever you might want to do, is I guarantee you know more about this game than you think. You might watch CCL or Storm Division, HRCS, whatever you're watching, and you see casters who've been doing it for a very long time, who are very comfortable with it, um, and feel like you're missing that knowledge. I guarantee that you're not. If you're part of the NGS, you've been playing this game for a while. Not only that, you've been playing in a competitive environment. You know more than you think when it comes to talking about this game. So as long as you can get the tech part sorted out, which we can absolutely help you out with, just getting in there and talking, I think you'll have a great time with just being in that space in terms of calling a game.
I hate the tech part. Like that's the most painful part for me. I know you and I have sat down and improved some of my layouts and overlays last season as I was going into some coastal final broadcasts. So
Mm.
it's a worthwhile thing. It can be a lot of fun. The pain is just that of growing, and you'll get there. So
Absolutely.
if
The
I
great
can
thing about
echo
the tech
anything
side
there.
The great thing about the tech side is you usually only have to set it up once. So once you get it right the first time, it just works and you have an idea of, when something breaks, which part of it broke, and then you just get to focus on the fun part.
Unfortunately, I have had to set mine up multiple times, having broken it several times. But yes, I do agree with that. The most painful step is those first couple, probably the very first one, and then it just keeps getting better and more fun. Well,
Yeah.
I alluded to this next part. I've got it pulled up here, and we're gonna zip over to that. But this is Crush's "You Should Be a Caster" series. This is number 2. There's his face up in living color for you, everyone. Oh,
Here's why I think you should be a
all right, we're going to start that over again. I was worried we were
Here's why I
missing
think
some
you
audio.
should be a Heroes of the Storm caster for the Nexus Gaming Series Part 2. The community support for casters is amazing. NGS players love to watch games within their division, and they always show appreciation for the casters. Check out the NGS Discord for more information, and check back here for even more reasons.
Nice. A very fun set there. I know that I enjoyed going through. Was there 10 of them then, Crush?
Yeah, we've got 10 in that series right now.
Very nice, very nice. So, folks, go check out that series with Krush. I am going to make Krush deal with the lightning round of questions. For those of you who may be unaware, Krush will have 1 minute to see just how many questions he can answer from Valk's silly questions. The
Let's do it.
timer will begin as I read the first question. Oh, I moved it too fast for you to see there, Krush, but are you ready?
I'm ready to go. Let's give it a try.
All right. Which Heroes of the Storm map would you turn into an area rug for your home?
Sky Temple.
What map has the best look?
Towers of Doom.
Best hero aesthetically?
Kael'thas.
Best hero to host a party?
Medivh.
Name 3 heroes to join you at yoga class.
Nova. Gosh. Vala. And Phoenix.
How do you shot call?
Frantically.
A skin you want added to the game?
Oh gosh, what was the one? I need something new for Gul'dan. I need something more spiky than what he's got now.
Who's your favorite hero?
Artanis.
Your favorite map?
Goodness.
Oh,
Tomb
and
of the
we
Spider
have
Queen.
hit the time. It is ringing in my ear. All right. So, I did count that one. It was on the edge, Crush, but I counted it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A respectable
All right.
9.
Not too bad.
You haven't broken the record, but
I
definitely a
fumbled on
respectable
yoga.
9.
I almost had 10.
I know the yoga one's tough because you gotta have 3. So our deep dive question is going to be which hero do you said Medivh is the best to host a party? Why
Yes.
Medivh? Is this a Karazhan and Hearthstone reference or?
I mean, it's both. I mean, so Medivh, lore wise, held massive parties. This is World of Warcraft lore. So, you saw it in the movie, you've read it in the books. Medivh, kind of an outsider, kind of an outcast due to his, guardian status, and spent a lot of time alone. And during that time alone, liked to invite people over to his giant tower and have big parties. We saw that in the Karazhan raid, and of course in Hearthstone they made an entire expansion around Medivh's big grand parties. So I figure if there's a hero in the Nexus that's going to have an absolute ball, they'd be one of them.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, Krush, I appreciate you being here today and spending a few moments with me. It's been a lot of fun. I'm excited to see this coming season and the great work that you and the caster team will keep doing. I'll have to make sure to catch some baby on board matches so we can see. I believe you're tanking this season.
I am tanking.
Nice. We'll rock on. Tanks for life. I too being a tank main. So, well, any shout outs you would like to make here as we end up the day?
Big shout out to the NGS board. We had our meet hall this past weekend. It went over pretty well. Got some very, very good viewership as well. Shout out to the community for voting in the exact same map pool as last season after the biggest foofara around maps I've ever seen. Um,
Uh,
and shout out to Valk's mom. You got to do it. We're here on the show. Thank you very much, Valk's mom, for making sure we can be here.
yeah. Well, thank you, Krush, for being here. This has been the Late Night Facecheck. My name is Valkamer. Go check out Nexus Gaming Series. You can find them on Twitter, on Twitch, on YouTube, on the web. Go find it. So it's been great to have you here. My traditional sign off of Hi, Mom, and we'll catch everybody next time. Mind the bushes out there. Oh, I hit the wrong button there. I'm going to have to figure out how to edit that part.